anyway, so there's all these wonderful things that you can access information. And I love trying to see how they work together and what more we can experience out of it when we are open enough to say, wow, this human design stuff is really cool. But let's put this kinesiology, this energetic in there, and let's get into Kathy's ego center and find out what blocks she's got in there and clear those out so she can embrace the highest expression of that center. You know, part of what Kathy and I are working on in the marriage of the systems is trying to help people find the highest expression.
Right.
And
we've been trying to decide which comes first, the chicken or the egg kind of thing. But when we realized it's one of those things, I'm starting to feel like people can really enter it from either direction. Like they can be trying to, you know, live their human design experiment and feeling that they're so stuck. There's so many, like I feel recently, especially, I feel so much pain and just stagnation in some of the human design Facebook group posts that I'm seeing where people are just like, I'm so sick of waiting and when's it going to happen? And there's all, and I don't mean to belittle their pain and their struggles, but, you know, it's like, you know, and for a while I was kind of like that. And then it's like when it changes, when it shifts, it's just like amazing. And like people, especially, I don't know, it's probably that just as extreme for anyone, but I can only speak as a projector. You know, as a projector, when we're in our bitterness, like nobody wants to be anywhere within 100 miles of us, right? They don't want to call us, like nobody, like we're just all alone in our misery because nobody.
Right, I have a lot of projectors in my life and she's right.
Right. So, and there you just like, and you're so bitter because you're not being recognized. You have all these gifts, nobody's reaching out, there's no invitations, and you're sitting in that. And even when you try to distract yourself, when you're still in that energy, it's like, you know, like my friend and coach Kim says, it's like an ice pick, right? To the forehead, she says, which doesn't really make you feel really good as a projector, but she's like, it's painful. And so, but then when you realize the only way out is through, and it's by really saying, I know who I am. And this system, which is like the system of human design, can really break a person before it builds you up, because you can look at all these things and you can recognize yourself in all the shadow expressions of everything, right? And then what I see some people do is just see that as this is how I was made and this is how I have to be. But no, as soon as you see yourself in the shadow, that's your cue to know this is where I need to focus, because this is where I'm in the shadow. So now, what is the gift of this? And how do I find this gift? And nobody else can do that for you other than yourself. No coach, no, I mean, and
but
I will say that they don't help you do it, but you have to do it, is my point.
Yes, I believe a lot of times when you see the most bitter for a projector or frustrated for a manifesting generator, when you see that, to me, it's a really great indicator that there's something in there. You know, I mean, yeah. I think you're comfortable with me sharing this the projector needs to be recognized. Oh my gosh, when Kathy and I first began doing energy work together, that's what we were working on so much, is all of this old wounding around not being seen, not being recognized, you know, including generational karmic things, but her childhood. And
my big sister who used to make me walk behind her.
Yes, who tried to smash her toes with a hammer, you know?
My other sister. That was... Oh. Okay. No, that's right. She did the hairbrush. You were the hammer. Okay. So, but
I didn't really do it. I just threatened her.
Right. She just pounded near my feet and I was what, like 8, you know? And so, but when we were kids, you know, here's me, this projector wound. I have this manifesting generator sister, 2 manifesting generator sisters walking down the street. And my mom said they had to take me wherever we were going. And Barbara would turn around and be like, you're too close, walk further behind. I don't want people to see you with us. Cause she was like 12 and I was like 8, you know, so, you know, so yeah, she has.
Yeah, but the point being that a lot of times when you.
I was not recognized. And I was scarred.
Right. Kathy did not feel recognized. She had a lot of trauma around not being recognized. And, you know, so to work through that, so that's where I'm saying you can look at the systems. And I think that, you know, she knew that there were issues there, but like having a name for it in human design, it's like bitter. Yes, she was bitter. But I don't think I would have ever thought of that word if it wasn't for human design. But then you begin to recognize, oh yeah, she's being really bitter there. Oh yeah.
Right.
And for me, you know, my not self is the frustration. And I don't think I ever labeled it as frustration. I would just get stressed. I'm like, I'm trying to do all this stuff, and it's not working, and people are changing stuff, and they're
Exasperation. I think exasperation is a better term for the manifesting generator because it has that little element of anger in it too. And it's this exasperated with everything, you know.
Anyway, we've talked long enough. I don't know what you said, you know, if